have me turned on here, Paul? Am I turned on?
Chris Leonardo, along with backup captains Mick Cornell, Isaiah Thomas, and Brian Hayden.
God, he looks.
Hold on. Good evening and welcome to this special presentation of high school football. The 2021 fall season opens up as the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers host the Durfee Hilltoppers here at Tozer Cassidy Field on a stunningly beautiful September night. I'm Paul Healy along with big brother Michael Healy. Michael, last year Durfee ran the ball very well, over 1,300 yards rushing in just 5 games, a 3-2 record, and they did it out of a spread formation. Attleboro had a little more trouble. Their defense was fine last season, but they only scored 44 points in their 6 games.
Well, they scored most of them in the last 2 games, which is good news.
Yep.
And they got a bunch of kids coming back, 8 guys on both sides of the ball, although Freddie Wheaton, two-way starters missing, so let's make that 7.
Yes.
And the junior varsity went from really poor at the beginning of the spring season in the most improvement I've seen at a group of youngsters.
Yes.
In my many years involved with high school football. It's a home opener, and these kids are ready to play, and Mike Strachan's ready to coach them on.
Yes, and the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers, 4 returning starters on the offensive line. Chris Leonardo will start at left tackle, 6'3", 285. The left guard will be Isaac Pereira. He'll also start at defensive tackle, where he did last year as well. The return, he's 6'3", 305. The junior center is Isaiah Miranda, another returning starter. Jake Straminski at right guard, 6'2", 255. And Alvin Harrison, the right tackle, another returning starter, 6'3", up to 285, they tell us, Michael.
Well, I saw him play basketball last year, and he was 6'2", 225. And that wasn't that long ago.
Yes.
And he's a great kid, and he's a really good athlete. And the big thing you're going to have to do if you're playing both ways, thankfully it's not a human night.
Right.
Because it's a long day when you're playing 48 minutes of football both ways.
Yes.
And it's especially long when you're on the line of scrimmage locking horns on every single play.
We believe that junior Aiden Hawkwater will start at quarterback, but don't be surprised if senior captain Blake Gazzaro gets some time as well. He was the starter last year, suffered a knee injury. Aiden Hawkwater came in and did very well for the Bombardiers. Caden Murray will be the featured back, had a dynamite sophomore year, an injury-plagued junior season last spring, and they're looking for big things out of Aiden.
Well, I really, once again, it's a great league. And we just want the kids to get off to a good start. Keep the mistakes to a minimum. This game is going to be won on the ground.
Yes.
Or lost on the ground. They got to stop, even if it's a spread offense, when they get a kid who's 5'10", or 5'11", 215, he ain't running wide. Coming right at you.
Durfee, black helmets, white jerseys, red numerals, and black pants will kick off left to right. It is a deep kick to the right corner. Fielded by the Bombardiers, number 22, Ethan Lako, a two-way player this year. And he's taken down at the 24-yard line, a return of 9 yards.
Once again, it's a good kick. It went end over end. Took on outside the right boundary, tried to bring it back up the middle, and it's ball's in the center of the field, and it's just about on the 25-yard line. So, Paul, I thought he caught it on about the 12. I'm going to give you 13 yards.
All right. So the Bombardiers with the ball, 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line, their first possession of the season. Again, the offensive line left to right, Leonardo, Pereira, Miranda, Straminski, or Harrison. Although last year they sometimes ran end over and moved Leonardo to the right side, stacking it up that way. Confusion on the first snap, and that's Blake Gazzaro with the ball. Runs right, takes a huge hit, and a flag is down.
And it's going to be a holding penalty outside. They had double wide slots. Spread formation, defensive line slanted to the left, and slanted right into the play. Miscue in the backfield. Holding penalty on the perimeter. It's going to be accepted. You can't give up 10 yards.
Yep. So that's a run for no gain plus the flag. It'll be first down, and we believe 20 yards to go. Again, I'm Paul Healy. He's big brother Michael Healy. Dave Angel, our cameraman up top. Peter Bray running the graphics. James Friedman was running around earlier doing something, and Jim Jones, our engineer in charge. If you're listening on radio, you can also watch this game streaming on live on the Double ACS, that's the word double, ACS YouTube channel. Gazzaro in the shotgun formation. Right slot comes a motion left, takes the jet sweep or speed sweep, tries to cut it up. That's the dynamic junior, Anthony Salvati, who's starting both ways and also kicking this year. Moves out to the 23-yard line. Gain of 7.
7-yard gain. Just a nice, comes in motion from right to left, speed sweep. Ended up sweeping away from the slanting 4-3 defense. Got a nice gain. Actually gained 8 yards, Paul.
Excellent. So 2nd and 12. Sardis. Whoops. Look, Caden Murray with his first carry of the year lowers his shoulder. Huge collision with Isaiah Thomas of Durfee.
Left slot went in motion. Faked it to him. Countered back with Caden. Caden picks up 11 yards. Wow. This kid can move.
Just short of a first down yardage. Would be 3rd and less than 1. And now they're trying to say that the chains should move forward. They're going to replace the ball.
11-yard gain. 3rd, very short and left hash mark.
Mike, they're calling it a first down.
Christmas comes early.
Yes.
Oh, 12 yards.
Well,
first down of the year and a hard way to get it.
The original line of scrimmage was the 25. They're at their own 35, and the lines are now laser drawn, so it makes sense.
Yeah, we can't screw this up. There can't be any human error, at least when it's on the lines.
Gazzaro hands off to Caden Murray, running from the left back spot to the right. He's hit by 27 members of the Durfee defense, taken down for little or no gain. In there was big number 56, Brian Hayden, one of their captains, a returning all-star for Durfee.
Murray's to the left of the quarterback on that double slot set, and looks like the Durfee defense, at least for the first few plays, has slanted away from him, thinking he'll be going the other way. Let's see if they slant this way in their 4-3.
Big number 76 was in there as well, Benjamin Halliday.
And now we get a penalty.
Illegal procedure. So that'll make it 2nd down, 15 yards to go for the Bombardiers. No score here, 9:53 to go in the first quarter for 12 minutes quarters under NFHS rules. Wide left is number 6, Hagen Hegarty. To the right is Salviati, also a player in the slot. That's Murray on that side. Gazzaro looks left, slant over the middle, overthrown, incomplete on the defense, number 2, Jaden Lewis.
That was a well-thrown ball. Hagerty saw the safety coming at him. He was running that 3-step slant, and he pulled up. And the ball was, it would have been a well-thrown ball. It wasn't a collision, and nobody got hurt, and it's 3rd and 15.
No huddle, the Bombardiers coming right out. Big number 67, Christopher Yornett, one of the defensive tackles.
Got a pistol formation, Paul.
Yep. Back behind the quarterback.
And I think somebody jumped. Offside defense. I think it was big number 78. That helps, makes it 3rd and 10.
Tejan Rattray, who starts at left tackle on offense, defensive tackle on defense. So now 3rd and 10. No score, 9:34 to go first quarter. Twins each way. Murray's the running back to the left of Gazzaro, the senior quarterback.
This right linebacker looks like 6 men coming.
Blitz, throws to the right side. Oh! Pass was dropped in the short flat by Salviati. Tried to run before he caught the ball. It'll be 4th and 10 yards to go.
Well, there was a big rush. They had 4 men coming. The 2 corners came. So they were playing 5 men deep. The 2 linebackers going hook to flat. Ball was a little short.
Yep.
And it's just as well it was dropped.
Yeah.
I mean, he was only 3 yards downfield. It's 4th and 10 instead of 4th and 7. 9:29 to go. Long way to go in this one in the first quarter.
Salviati will punt right to left.
Ooh, big rush.
Short punt, deep is Thomas. The Durfee quarterback bounces at the 30-yard line, still rolling inside the 20, and we'd be down at the Durfee 18-yard line.
And that turns it into a 47-yard punt. We'll take it.
Yes.
And once again, as we've so often said, the deep men, generally in high school, should be 30 yards back to 35 max.
Yes.
He was back 40. The ball was punt, and he had to decide if he wanted to come up or stay back. He went back, and the ball almost hit him on the bounce.
Yes.
Had to keep backing up, and real nice break for the Blue Bombardiers. It'll be Durfee on their left hash mark on the 17-yard line.
Durfee, a two-back look.
Hope you got a pistol there.
Yep.
It's like a power eye.
Power eye pistol.
Yep.
High snap. It's tipped to the running back, and he's hit in the backfield and taken down. That was Mark Coronel, the 6'3", 230-pound senior. And Alvin Harrison in there on the stop. He thinks he has a fumble recovery, but the ball was dead.
Wow, that was a boy.
Oh, he gained.
He is a big dude.
Yes, 6. Again, Mark Coronel, 6'3", 230. And for both of these teams, the majority of their players go both ways.
By the way, that ball would have ended up at Neville, and he speared it with his right hand, knocked it up in the air.
Yeah.
Losing 2 is a lot better than losing about 15.
Exactly. We'll give you the Durfee offensive line in just a moment. Again, a shotgun formation, kind of a fullback to his left, halfback behind him. Right slot comes a motion left for a speed sweep. Salviati comes up and makes the tackle, strung out by Harrison, and that's going to be a loss of a few yards. Carry made by Javon Hawley.
I still can't tell which one's the quarterback, Paul. I'm serious.
The quarterback is number 4, Isaiah Thomas. He's got a back behind him and then a back on either side of him, a step in front of him.
Well, he hasn't caught a snap yet.
That's a good point.
I mean, the other 2 guys caught snaps. In my day, you knew who the quarterback was.
I remember flipping through football magazines at Coach McWinney's office, and there was a double barrel offense where you had 2 shotgun quarterbacks,
yes,
and you never knew who the ball was going to be snapped to.
Rolling right.
Isaiah Thomas rolling right, has room, sets up, stutter steps, rushed, throws underneath, it's complete. Short completion out of bounds to number 15, Sebastian Iannaco. That's going to be a short gain. It was 4th and 16. It's now going to be, well, I guess a 5-yard gain, 4th and 10.
We'll give him 6 yards on that. Yeah. And that was number 15 who caught that, right?
Yeah.
Just a long roll to the right. I thought he was throwing the ball away out of bounds, but he actually hit his receiver, turned up, and makes it 4th and 10.
So they're back to the original line of scrimmage, their own 18-yard line. They will punt left to right. Back deep is for Attleboro is Ethan Lako. Fake punt. Running to the left is Lewis. Gets to the corner. Dane with a hit. First down. Christian Dane snuffed it out, but too much speed there on behalf of number 2. Lewis beats him to the marker.
Yeah, got a 10-yard gain on a fake punt.
Wow. So he needed 10 yards, got 11, and they have a 1st and 10 at their own
29-yard line,
yep.
Right. So they were on their own 19. Yep. And I'm not sure that was supposed to be a fake.
Really?
It was one of those, the snap was a little to his left. He got put a left hand out, grabbed it, and it looked like he just went. And now we got a defensive timeout. And yep. I don't think Mike Strachan's too happy right now.
Timeout on the field, no score with 7:04 to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Tell your friends they can go to AACS, the word double, the letters ACS, YouTube channel. Watch this game live. First down, 10 yards to go. Durfee, their own 29-yard line. Big Josh Yentz, 5'10", 330 pounds, is the center. Quarterback has a running back to his left and a back behind him. They give to the back on the left. Jake Straminski in there with a hit. Also one of the linebackers, I believe, Betts. And the ball carrier is number 15, Iannaco. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. There we go. The offensive line for Durfee. The left tackle is Rattery, 6'2", 285. The left guard is Halliday, 5'11", 255. The center is Yentz, 5'10", 330. Right guard is the all-league player Hayden, 5'10", 210. And the right tackle is Vasquez, 6'1", 275.
Another high snap.
High snap, again tipped to the running back behind him, almost like a time play. He's going to gain a couple of yards. Tackle made by Betts is in there, and also Pereira. And that's a gain of one will give him 3rd and 6.
That's once again, it's Holly, who's supposed to be a running back.
Yeah.
At least that's what it says in the program. But anyway, it also actually says he's a wide receiver and a defensive back. But he's doing some running back right here. They're running I guess you would call it a pistol eye, with the eye back about 8 yards, a quarterback in front of him, and then a power back to the left or to the right, depending on which way they go, and then 2 wide split ends.
For Attleboro, the strong side defensive end is Christopher Leonardo, who is fabulous. The weak side defensive end, Alvin Harrison. The tackle is Pereira, and the nose tackle is Jake Straminski. Another timeout on the field. We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Back to the action. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Durfee, their first possession, they executed a fake punt. Quarterback is looking to the sideline to get the play. Shotgun quarterback. The big running back is to his left now. Twins to the left. One receiver right. Quick hitch pass over to the left. Harrison overruns it. Oh, big hit at the second level. Short of the first down. Kristen Dane is in there playing Mike Strachan's old position, the Mike linebacker.
Well, that was just a quick flip out to the left flat. Receiver caught it. Outside linebacker came up and turned it in. Alvin might have missed him, but whoever got there next really hit him hard. 3-yard gain, so it's 4th and 3.
Was that 15 catch that or 3?
It was 3 who caught it.
That was Coronel who caught that ball. So it's 4th and 4, gain of 2. Let's see if... another fake. Trying to run up the middle is the quarterback, Thomas. He'll be taken down. 1, 2, 3, 4 Bombardiers in there. Straminski was in there, but getting there first, number 8 for the Bombardiers, Ryan Betts.
Was that, which one was it? Who on that fake punt, who caught the ball? Was it 2 again?
That was number 4.
Number 4, my goodness.
So I think the first one was a fake punt because they had number 2 back there. This time number 4. The quarterback and normal punter was back there. So 2 fake punts, they went 1 for 2, and the Bombardiers take over at the 27-yard line of Durfee.
So he lost 6 yards on that?
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Yes.
Fool me twice, shame on me.
Bombardiers 1st and 10. What did I say, the 27?
27-yard line, right hash mark.
4:54 to go in the first quarter, no score. Triple I formation. Caden Murray is in back. He takes the ball, hit by number 5 first, Devon Moole. And Moole is listed at 5'8", 165, plays bigger than that, no gain.
They jumped up from that 4-3 into what looked like a 6-5 goal line. I wonder if they have a nice play-action pass out of that formation. No gain for Caden that time.
Again, Caden Murray, dynamite sophomore season, couldn't catch a break last year or last spring as a junior. Ankle injuries, looking for big things this year. At the front of that tank, is that Alvin Harrison, number 71?
I think it is.
I don't have the depth chart for their tank formation. And who's the quarterback? See if it's Gazzaro or Huckwater. It's Huckwater at quarterback. Oh, it is Gazzaro. Rolls left, throws to Dane deep. Getting back there to knock it away at the last minute. Isaiah Thomas.
Just an underthrown ball. Dane had to stop for it.
Yep.
Once again, nice fake up the middle.
Yes.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yes.
I want to see this. They were setting something up. Great call, just underthrown.
Gazzaro, known as the quarterback with a better arm for the Bombardiers. Junior Aiden Hockwater, the better feet, allegedly. Salvia, yep.
Whatever the case may be, there's 3 kids who can actually play quarterback on this team.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the quarterback.
Chris Mata wide left, then Salviati in the slot, and then number 22, Ethan Lako.
Oh, snap it.
So a lot of speed on the left side of that formation. Offside, second time today that Durfee has gone offsides early. It'll be 3rd and 5 at the 22-yard line of the Hilltoppers.
Nice hard count there. Offensive coordinator doing his job here. Really mixing it up in the first couple of series.
By the way, thanks for saying that, Mike. The Bombardiers with a new offensive coordinator this year. We'll get to that in a second. Same formation, trips left, 1 wide receiver right. Back is to the left of the shotgun quarterback, Gazzaro. Back, quick out, caught to Hayden Hegarty for the first down at about the 15-yard line.
That was a perfect strike.
Yes.
Beautifully thrown ball.
Gain of 7. Wide left is Hagerty this time, and the slot is Salviati. His sister was a dynamite 3-year starter in soccer, 2-year starter in lacrosse. She was tiny and aggressive as you could be. Running up the middle behind the left guard, Pereira.
4-yard gain for Caden Murray there. Caden set to the right.
I think it's a 5-yard gain, Mike. He's at the 5.
Good job.
Yep. 2nd and 5 at the 10.
Just straight drive blocking. We got some big horses up front. Drive block. They're made to drive block.
Yes.
And by the way, Durfee's really big up front too.
Yes, the offensive line averages 6'3", 280 pounds for the Bombardiers. Salviati comes in motion left to right. And they give it back to Salviati running left. Pulling behind Leonardo.
Fumble!
Spins off a tackle.
Oh, no, thank goodness. I thought he fumbled.
He got back to the line of scrimmage, and he broke 3 tackles to do that.
You know what I mistook for the ball?
What?
One of the guys is wearing red shoes.
Oh.
The guy who missed him when he cut back to him wearing red shoes on the defense. The big linebacker, number 3.
Mike, one thing we've noticed for prior years, the Bombardiers are getting their plays off quicker this season, trying to run a more up-tempo offense. Trips to the right, 1 receiver, Hegarty to the left. That's the short side. Murray to the left of the quarterback, Gazzaro, now moves right.
4-man line.
Miranda with a shotgun snap. There
Zone
it is.
Coverage.
Gazzaro rolls right, crossing the end zone, fires a bullet! Touchdown! That's number 13 on the catch, Chris Mata, the younger brother of Jay Mata. Long-time player
JV coach.
Yes.
That was a fastball.
Yes.
And that was a low Tom Brady kind of fastball where you got to go down low and catch it.
Yes.
And that was a superbly executed, well-blocked play. What a way to start the year with 2:28 to go here. Salvati attempting the extra point. Attleboro 6, Durfee 0.
Matt Harvey, the JV quarterback, is the long snapper. Holder was Betts, and the PAT is good. It is 7-0 Bombardiers. 2:28 to go in the first quarter. Mike.
Boy, that was just a great start.
Yeah.
Diversified offense. So great to see a senior captain who lost his job due to injury last year come out and really get the team down the field. Great job by the defense to set up the short field. After that, I almost called it a block punt, but the second fake punt by Durfee, and it's a great start, 7-0.
So 4:54 to 2:28, so about little less than 2.5 minutes. Not counting the penalty, 6 plays to cover 27 yards for the touchdown. Boy, Mike, they were stuffed on first down, incomplete on second down. And then a third down conversion pass to Hegarty.
Well, in between, we had, once again, they got him to jump offside.
Yep.
And that, once again, that's five. It's a 5-yard gain for nothing.
Yeah.
Just because you had a nice hard count. Well coached.
Salviati, who comes from a soccer family, both of his sisters were starters for the Bombardiers.
That was a booming kick, by the way.
Yep. Just a two-step approach. Kick caught at the 12-yard line by Thomas. No, excuse me, that's Lewis. Lewis runs right to left. First hit by Mata, the man who caught the touchdown pass. Also in there, number 21 for the Bombardiers, Captain Keegan Conley. And we'll give some credit to number 33 as well, Derek Slater, a junior. The Hilltoppers will take over at their own 17-yard line for their second possession.
That was a two-step drop. He kicked it deep down to the left, caught it on actually
the 12,
13-yard line,
yep.
And his momentum took him backwards because it was a hard kick. And he started up the field, tried to go diagonally across. I didn't see who cut him from the right side, but it was a really beautiful play.
Yep.
Nice start.
Big number 57 in there on the defensive line now, giving one of the starters a blow. That's Nathan Vero, a senior. And Attleboro's going to have to line up. Mike, look at that. They've got like a fullback lined up in the guard tackle gap on the right. They try to run left with Coronel. And he gets to the 20-yard line, so that's going to be a gain of 3. Leonardo in there in the tackle, along with the aforementioned number 57, Vero.
We've got a couple of yards there, and once again, the right defensive end. And in my age, and I must need new glasses, I think that was Alvin Harrison who turned it in.
Oh, excellent, thank you.
And he made Coronel just stop dead, cut it up the field, but right back into the pursuit, and it's 2nd and 8.
Yep. Heading wide left, number 8, that's Kelvin Strong, who's also their long snapper. Man in the slot, shotgun formation, funky formation.
Speed sweep
Jet
left.
sweep from left to right, tries to cut it up, but he's hit by Alvin Harrison and number 40, William Brewer, a senior. His first varsity minutes that matter, and that's going to be a gain of 2 more yards. It'll be 3rd and 6. That was number 1 in the carry, Hawley.
That was number 1, Hawley, that carried that ball.
+2.
Give him 2 yards there. Defensive line doing a really nice job here.
Big third down play as we get into the last minute of play here in the first quarter. Beautiful night here at Tozer Cassidy Field in Attleboro. Oh, field mic. Twins to the right, twins to the left. That's a more traditional spread formation, Mike. Now we know what we're looking at.
And now we got a timeout.
Durfee is coached by Taylor Brown. Started at Durfee in 2014. Played his high school football for the Hilltoppers and played in college at Norwich University up in Vermont. With the score, Attleboro 7, Durfee nothing. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Welcome back, 7-0 Bombardiers, 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Mike, there's some size on the line of scrimmage in this football game.
They're a lot bigger than they used to be, Paul. Seriously, both teams. I mean, Attleboro's huge, and they're not any bigger than Durfee on the line of scrimmage.
And it's funny, one of Durfee's smaller players is the right guard Hayden, who's the returning league all-star.
Well, he doesn't. Well, he looks small there, but he's a good ball player.
Back to pass, throwing over the middle,
Dropped.
In and out of the hands. The pass by Thomas. The intended receiver was number 7, Jaden Howd, incomplete. 4th down, 6 yards to go.
And that was a well-thrown ball.
Yes.
It was low, but Howd should have had that one. Would have had the first down. We'll see if they actually punt this time.
Yes. Well, now number 2 is back to punt, so maybe he is their main punter.
Okay.
We've had number 2, Jaden Lewis, and number 4, the quarterback, Isaiah Thomas, attempt fake punts.
3 guys deep for Attleboro.
Spiral punt. Takes a hop on the Durfee side. Oh, picked up on one hop by number 22, Ethan Lako. And Ethan Lako does not lack courage, just like his sister Jordan.
No, exactly not. That was just an opportunistic move. The ball bounced, and the cover stopped.
Yes.
About 4 yards away, and Ethan saw it, and he stepped right up, grabbed it for a 9-yard return. And the ball's on it, the 40-yard line, 41-yard line, 9-yard return.
41-yard line of Durfee for the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers. Just 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. They're heading right to left.
Lako stays in.
Yep.
Goodness knows what's going on here.
His sister Jordan, 3-year starter in softball and basketball, currently starting in the basketball backcourt for the Bridgewater State College Bears.
Your alma mater. I knew you'd get that in there. Here we go. Pistol with a tight slot left and a slot in the right.
Gazzaro takes the snap. Running left, I believe that's Ryan Betts, the senior. He's taken down, number 55 in there for Durfee. That's Anthony Correa, and number 2 as well, Jaden Lewis.
Lewis blitzed off the corner. He was unaccounted for. Nice defensive play, no gain.
They gave him a half a yard. But
all right, we'll give him 1 then.
Yeah.
We're rooting for him. We're going to give him 1.
And that was Lako with a carry. Yep.
That's right.
So second down, 9.5 yards to go. And that's going to end the first quarter with the score, the Bombardiers 7, Durfee nothing. Mike, quick impressions.
Well, just I think it's a very opportunistic way to get the start. I think Durfee looks quick in the backfield, but not on the line of scrimmage. And Attleboro, they just look ready to play. Great start.
We'll be right back.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Mike, this officiating crew is not messing around. They're not giving us time to run 2 spots during the breaks.
I think they want to get home and watch the Sox play against the Pale Hose out in Chicago. Maybe that's it. I'm not sure. I'm only teasing.
Wow. By the way, we mentioned my alma mater, Bridgewater, your alma mater, URI, where you were co-captain 69. Mike Strachan, the Attleboro all-time leader in tackles in the history of the program. He's now the second-string long snapper, third-string middle linebacker for the Rams as a freshman.
We're very proud of that. He's playing for Jim Fleming. A little younger than me, not that much younger than me. Jim's a real good coach. Ooh.
They run the jet sweep right into the blitzing linebacker from the left outside, number 5, Devon Mole. There's our hit of the game.
I refuse to call that a pass, even though if he fumbled.
Oh, Mike, they did call it a pass. He dropped the ball on the hit.
Oh, my goodness.
So Gazzaro pitched it forward to Salviati, I believe. That goes as an incomplete pass.
Well, there's a lot of rules that, you hear me complain about. And that's just one more of them. I've been saying this forever. I shouldn't say forever, but at least the last 30 years. Any ball that's thrown in the backfield should be considered like a lateral free ball.
Behind the line of scrimmage,
Screen passes, all of that stuff.
Right.
All right.
But
they let linemen get downfield to block. They do all these things to aid the offense.
Oh, my gosh, and a penalty against Durfee for 10 yards. And I didn't see what the call was for, but that was a tremendous hit by Devon Mole.
Boy, that didn't look like a penalty to me.
No. And the Bombardiers, instead of a 3rd and 9, they've got a 1st and 10 as the Chains are hustling to get set.
Ball's now on the 40-yard line, plus 40.
Oh, sorry, I had my head down.
Nice counter.
Ryan Betts runs to the left. Great shoestring tackle made by number 8, Kelvin Strong.
Oh, and there's another penalty. My goodness gracious. I know they're worried about too much taunting and everything.
Yeah.
But nobody in the stands hears anything, refs. Come on. And now we got a coach out in the middle of the field, and he's screaming at his defensive players.
That's the head coach, Taylor Brown. He's assisted by Tim Powers, Nate Levesque, Chris Thomas, Vondell Langston, Derek Miller.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams.
Offsetting. So that was the ball is spotted where? At the
30.
No, 29. Huh.
Yep. So it's going to replay first down.
Nope. Second and, well, Attleboro gained a half yard on that. It's 2nd and 9.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you, the scoreboard's all fouled up.
No,
so it was a dead ball foul,
yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct after the play, 1 yard gain.
Left slot comes in motion right.
Oh,
they fake to him. Gazzaro throwing deep, leaping for the ball. Can't come up with it is Moda on the pass defense, number 18, James Wisniewski.
Just missed. Beautiful ball. Ran a post pattern out of the far right flank.
Yeah.
Gazzaro had him all the way. I'm not sure it was even overthrown. You've heard me say before, when you're playing at night in the lights and you look back, you know what he sees? That light diagonally on the opposite 10-yard line. It's very hard to throw at night. I'm not making excuses for the kid. That was a beautifully thrown ball. Looked like 6. Or down to the 5-yard line anyway.
No huddle. Gazzaro getting ready to take the shotgun snap. Trips to the right. That's the wide side. He looks that way. A post corner pattern by Salviati. Can't quite make the catch.
Back play.
Tremendous breakup by number 1, Javon Holly. Mike Strachan and I, head coach Mike Strachan and I were talking before the game, but before I walked away, he grabbed my arm and said, watch out for number 4 tonight.
Boy, oh boy, that was a beautiful post corner pattern. They had trips to the right. He was the middle man, and he was a primary target all the way.
Yeah.
We now got 4th and 8. I know it's on the 39-yard line. With a 7-0 lead here, well, they're going to go for it.
Yep.
They're just going to say, what the heck, why not?
10:52 to go in the second quarter. The Bombardiers moving left to right.
I applaud the move, by the way.
Trips to the right. That's
Again.
Wide side. Salviati is left. Running back is to the right of Gazzaro. Miranda getting ready with a shotgun snap.
4-man rush.
Gazzaro with time. Lofts it to the left. Salviati leaps. Makes the catch, but they're saying he was out of bounds.
He was.
Coming in the defense, number 4, Isaiah Thomas. So incomplete. Wow.
That wasn't Salviati. That was number 6, wasn't it?
Hayden Hegarty.
Hegarty. And he ran a beautiful out and up. Caught the ball out of bounds.
So Durfee will take over going right to left. 10:46 to go in the second quarter. As I'm keeping a running chart of all the plays, Mike keeping track of the stats. Very interesting, 2 males trying to multitask.
Well, we do miss some things. Anyway, that was a very exciting series. Wide open playbook here, that's for sure.
Again, the new offensive coordinator is Anthony Peary. Came over after 15 years at Stoughton. They give to the second back running through. That's big number 3, Coronel, running left behind Halliday and Rattery.
75.
Leonardo in there with a tackle. That's going to be a gain of, we'll give him 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
Leonardo's really turned out to be people have to be looking at him. He's just a really good high school lineman.
People looking at him. Browns looking at him. Cincinnati's looking at him. Oh, James is running the camera today. James Friedman's on top of the press box. Sorry, folks.
All right, James. Take $5 out of Paul's paycheck.
Yes. That weird shotgun formation with a running back to his right and a running back behind him. Hitch pass to the right, low to catch. That was a pass to the slot back, and the split end through a great block. Runs to the right, knocked out of bounds by Spencer Shirk. Gain of 8 or 9 yards.
Got about 7 yards there. Well, maybe he did get the first down, did he?
Trying to see who caught the ball.
Number 4.
Number 4 on the catch. No, Isaiah Thomas is the quarterback.
He's the quarterback. Yeah. Well, geez, I'll tell you.
He's over there getting the play. Our apologies, folks. We're not sure who caught that ball for Durfee, but it's going to be 3rd and...
He only gained 5 yards on that.
3rd and 3. 3rd down. 3 yards to go. They are at their own 37-yard line. So they started at their own 30.
29, actually.
All right, thank you. Again, that power pistol formation to the left.
4-man front.
Twins left, that's the wide side. Back to pass is Thomas. Heavily rushed, he'll go right up the middle. Leonardo with a tackle, but he has the first down.
Boy, that was a nice play by the quarterback there. Looked downfield. I think it was a quarterback drop ball.
Yeah.
He looked downfield, looked to his left where he had the trips, and then he flew right up the middle for 5 yards and a big first down. That's number 4 playing quarterback.
Yes,
ball.
yes.
Okay.
Isaiah Thomas.
All right.
Leonardo and Caden Murray. Caden Murray is the
You put a lick
rover.
on him.
Yeah, they sandwiched him. First and 10. They're now at their own 43-yard line.
Blitz.
Running
my.
right up the middle, breaking through one tackle, hit by the safety Taylor Shirk and taken down after a 12-yard gain. First down, Hilltoppers there in Attleboro territory. And a lot of pushing after the whistle again. That carry number 3, Mick Coronel.
Our left inside backer in the 4-2 defense blitzed off tackle and took himself out of the play, was unblocked, but they ran right up the middle. And, of course, he's just a nice little cutback for a 12-yard gain. Ball's first and 10 on the right hash mark on Attleboro's 45-yard line. Durfee moving in. 9:05 to go here in the second.
Wide left, Jaden Lewis, number 2, also has a man in the slot. Quarterback has a back to his left and a back behind him. Looks left, pulls up, short, makes the catch, and Salviati hits him immediately with forward progress. He gets out to the 40.
That ball came out.
41-yard line. The officials talking. Salviati with a huge hit, and they're not going to give him credit.
No, they are going to give him credit
Wow.
for the catch. I guess their opinion is the ground can't cause a fumble, but his legs never hit the ground. Boy, that's a nice 4-yard gain. Who was the receiver there, Paul?
I believe that was Lewis, number 2, who showed some hops.
Well, he certainly did.
Second down, 6 yards to
I
go.
can't tell the difference between 2 and 7. I thought it was 7, but you say 2. I'm going to give it to him.
Yeah. If it was 7, that would have been Jaden Hout.
Okay, thank you. Power play.
Yes, and they run right up the middle with Colonel stacked up, but he keeps his feet moving. And you don't see Leonardo get driven off the ball very often, but it happened that time, a rarity. And Coronel gets all the way to the 37 of the Bombardiers. It'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, the
Harrison in the tackle.
The power back, if you will, shuffled in motion to the left, and he led right through and isolated on the linebacker. And the running back picked up 4 yards, trailing right behind him. He's now got, what's he got, 16 yards now? Actually, 18 yards.
Yeah. So they're at the 37-yard line of the Bombardiers. It's a 3rd down, a long 2, a short 3.
Well, with these guys, you know it's 4-down territory.
Yep. 2 wideouts to the right. That's the wide side. 2 backs there with a shotgun quarterback, Thomas. Again, the fullback comes up to the line of scrimmage, moves left. Nice block on Murphy. They try to run up the middle, but the linebackers step right into it. Straminski is there. Shirk came up on a safety blitz, and that's actually a loss.
A loss of 3. He never got to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're putting it at the 39.
Loss of 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's one of those plays where they saw the exact same play. Nice call by the defensive coordinator.
Yep.
They had everybody pinching in with both backers coming, safety coming up as well. They call it a 4-2-5. I still call it a 4-4.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing I played. We called it a 4-4. Of course, that's only 52 years ago, fans, but who's counting?
6:21, 6:20, 6:19. You get the point to go in the first half. Leonardo switches to the strong side of the formation, which is the defensive right, the offensive left. Harrison stands up on the other side. Back to pass. Blitz from the outside. Keegan Murray chases him. Catch in the right flat. Beautiful play by Javon Holly to avoid a tackle.
He might have got the first down. He was...
Wow. Isaiah Thomas rolls right and hits number 1. Holly might take it from there.
Well, you know, who was ever coming up inside, he leaped over him.
First down.
And he got they needed 4 yards, and that's what he ended up getting. He caught the ball in the backfield. There was a blitz from the right side. Quarterback was on the run. It was beautifully executed first down. That's a heartbreaker for the
Wow.
Blue Bombardiers.
And now running to the left, same player who just made that play as a flag is down. It's going to be a loss of 3 on the carry, Javon Holly. Oh no, Ryan Betts is hurt. And again, Ryan Betts, he's starting in place of Freddie Wheaton. Freddie Wheaton, a great player, suffered a terrible hand injury. He might be out for up to 6 weeks. So now Attleboro is going to go to their third weak inside linebacker, a player by the name of Dennehy.
He's really in pain.
And that's going to be senior Ryan Dennehy coming in now. And there's another Durfee player down on the field.
The running back. Number 1 was the running back on that play. And
maybe a cramping situation.
Well, the officials, there's a penalty flag thrown, wasn't there?
Yep.
It's in the middle of the field. It was thrown by the referee. And each team has a man down. It's a cramp for the Durfee guy, but
okay. With a player down, we'll take a break. The score, Attleboro 7, Durfee nothing. 5:37 to go, first half.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, squid, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
As part of Attleboro's Big Read, a gardening demo will take place in the Rock Garden at Capron Park on Saturday, September 11th from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Master gardeners Kathy Garapi and Danielle Kernoyer will host a discussion, Learning from the Past in the Garden, about growing beans, squash, and corn and their importance to Native Americans as well as their relevance today. Kathy will talk about the importance of native plants today and their importance in our ecosystem. For more information on this and other Big Read events, you can call the Attleboro Public Library at 508-222-0157.
It was an offensive holding call.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports and 1320 WARA Radio. It was a loss of 4, and it looks like an ankle injury for Javon Holly, plus a holding penalty. So Durfee's all the way back at their own, at the Attleboro 49-yard line. Quick swing pass to the right. Harrison is out there, but the running back is still going, knocked out of bounds at the Attleboro 41. That hit made by number 22, Ethan Lako, trying to see who caught that ball.
Well, I'll tell you, it's so hard with the numbers, Paul.
That was number 3 on the catch, Mike. Big Mike Corlinell.
No, it wasn't. He was the lead blocker.
Oh, sorry.
Number 7.
Okay, thank you.
So he picked up 8 yards on that play. It was almost a lateral, Paul.
Yeah. So it was 1st and 1,000,000. Now it's 2nd and 15.
So he picked up 9 yards.
Yep. And they're at the Attleboro 46. Colonel runs right between the center, Jens, and behind Hayden, their all-star right guard. Moves from his own 46, own 30, own 41.
No, it's from the Attleboro.
Yeah, Attleboro 41 to the
37.
There we go, thank you.
It's on the white hash mark, and it's going to be 3rd down, 12.
Wow.
With these single numbers fans, the reason we're having the trouble I hate single numbers in the first place. It's a modern convention. We never saw them when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And they're not the biggest numbers in the world. We're a long ways away.
Shotgun formation, trips to the left. That's the wide side. Looking that way is Thomas. Blitzed, ripped to the turf. Keegan Connolly, one of their captains, did a great job at fullback and scored the winning goal in Attleboro's greatest lacrosse victory ever, a 10-9 upset of Mansfield last year. That's a big loss all the way back to the 45.
Well, it's going to be 4th down and 20 yards to go here. And
So that's a loss of 8.
yeah, I think it's going to be a punting situation.
And they are punting from the Attleboro 45. Low snap, running to the right. Can he get to the edge? Cuts inside, taken down from behind by Salviati. And that's going to be a loss. Oh, and another late flag.
Number 18, I mean, what are you doing that for? The sportsmanship today, they watch all this nonsense on television, and it's just atrocious. It's just atrocious. -2 on the run. Was the punter number 4?
Number 2 was the punter, Jaden Lewis. 4 was in for one of the punts, which we think was a designed fake.
Yes, the first one was not a designed
That
fake.
was number 2.
That was in, so that's just, and I mean, that's got to be on little number 18 there. Just nonsense.
First down Attleboro, and now they'll mark off the penalty. That's the 3rd dead ball foul against Durfee.
Yes. One was only 10 yards. We're not sure why, but that's 15 yards.
So Attleboro will take over at the Durfee 39-yard line. .3:14 to go in the first half. Attleboro moving left to right at the 39 of the Hilltoppers, 1st and 10.
The Hilltoppers coach went to
Norwich.
which was known when I was a kid as Norwich Military Academy.
Yeah.
And they are known for their discipline.
Right.
They are known for their discipline. He must be going crazy. He's been out in the huddle twice.
Yeah.
And, kids watch this stuff on TV and they think it's some sort of manhood.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Bombardiers left to right in the line. Leonardo Pereira. Miranda's the center. Right guard Straminski. Harrison, the right tackle. Blake Gazzaro at quarterback, the senior captain. Right slot comes in motion. They fake to Lako. Counter to Caden Murray up the middle. Breaks through one tackle.
That's Caden Murray all the way.
Down to the 29-yard line. Number 27 in on the tackle for Durfee, Gabriel Montero.
9-yard game for Caden. Get a chance to see those swivel hips going. He's
Yes.
a really good open field runner if he can get out there. 26 yards now on 5 carries for Caden. And a first down, second and really short.
Yeah. He looks
Nice time to go deep, isn't it?
He looks bigger, doesn't he, Caden
Yes,
Murray?
he does. Well, his sophomore year, I don't think he was 150 soaking wet.
Yeah. Wide right is Mota. Wide left is Hegarty. Slots both ways. Back to pass. Gazzaro looks right, decides to run up the middle, takes a huge hit. It's going to be a short gain, but again, Sebastian Iannaco in there with the initial hit.
That's a 5-yard gain.
It's a 5-yard gain for Blake Gazzaro, but when you commit to run, get low, Blake.
I know, and especially given the shot he took last year, which ended his season.
Yep. And that is going to be enough for a first down with a forward progress.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was 2nd and 1. That was a 5-yard gain. Thank you.
Now, he was looking down the right side and looked inside it, then outside, and then ran.
Yep.
Very good read.
So they're at the 25?
Yes. 26.
Okay, thank you.
Here's it out to the left flat.
Ooh! Through the hands of Salviati, Anthony Salviati, the junior. It'll be 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
Blake is 2 for 10 for 17 yards, and he's throwing the ball very well.
Yes. By the way, you were talking about Leonardo.
Yes.
Word on the street, bro,
Yes.
is that according to Kevin, that's going to leave a Mark Callahan.
Yes.
Lineman Chris Leonardo is getting some D1 and D2 looks. I've heard Stonehill, Brown, and Cincinnati has been scouting him. My source thinks Cincinnati is a reach. If I hear more, I'll let you know.
Get
But
Mike Strachan Jr. over to URI. Come on.
really?
Well, they love Mike Flanagan, the Rhode Island assistant. He's the local recruiting coordinator.
Gazzaro looks left, rolls right.
Throw it away.
Tries to get out of bounds, shoved out of bounds.
He was already out of
Late,
bounds.
a huge hit by number 52, all-star captain Brian Hayden. And the line of scrimmage was the 26. He got to the 24.
You know, that was it's one of those plays where you'd like to see somebody coming underneath as a safety valve.
Yeah.
He looked back in the middle. There was literally nobody in the middle of the field. There were two guys running deep down the right side and one running deep down the left. So he took it out of bounds.
Yep.
Clock is stopped, 1:50 to go, plenty of time. Not in field goal territory yet, I don't think.
150 trips left. That's the wide side. Hegarty is right. Gazzaro is back, has time.
Oh,
Underneath, throw it. Kind of delayed. He wasn't sure where he wanted to throw it. Didn't get a lot of zip in that ball. It's incomplete to Mata, who's helped up by the Durfee defensive back. It's going to be 4th and 8.
that was one of those plays there where he was looking deep, and then when he looked short, he was open.
Yep.
But the defensive back was closing on him. He saw that. He tried to throw it outside, but Mata was in a stationary position.
Yep.
1:43 to go on the 24-yard line. They're not going to try a 41-yard field goal. They're going for it. And now
Gazzaro looks confused. I'm not sure if that's real.
nice time for a timeout.
And the Bombardiers call a timeout. With
I thought so.
1:43 to go in the first half. Attleboro 7, Durfee nothing. Haven't given the score enough for a radio audience. We'll be right back. Whoops.
23 in North. L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Welcome back to Tozer Cassidy Field. 7-0 Bombardiers, 1:43 to go in the first half. Gazzaro in the shotgun formation. To his right is Murray. Two wide receivers in each side of the field. Left side's the wide side. Big 4th and 8. Durfee a little confused on their defense. Now they're set up.
4-3-4.
They rush 4. Gazzaro steps up down the right sideline. Hegarty's out there.
Oh, great defensive play again by, is that number 1?
Number 1, Javon Hawley.
That ball was right on the money in the back of the right end zone, and he just batted it away. He came over from the deep safety position. He was on the hash mark. He saw it all the way.
Yeah.
What can you do?
So with 1:37 to go, it'll be Durfee ball at their own 24-yard line, 1st and 10.
Durfee hasn't thrown the ball down the field yet. They've literally, they've got 5 completions, but they've all either been in the backfield or in the flat. Nothing's been more than 5 yards down the field. So with 1:37 to go, I expect the Blue Bombardiers to sit in the zone in their 4-2-5 defense.
Yep. Twins to the right, way out wide is number 2, Jaden Lewis. Hawley in the slot. 2 backs around the shotgun quarterback, Isaiah Thomas. Oh, snapped directly to big number 3, Coronel, who runs through 2 tacklers. Taken down after a gain of 7 or 8. Salviati's in there. Straminsky's in there.
And number 32,
Murray. Oh,
really,
no.
Yeah, his right shoulder. He was the one who got run over there on that 8-yard run. Let's hope he's okay. He's a really good kid. 8-yard gain for Coronel.
2nd and 2. And
Clock is running. A minute to go here. Ball's on the 32-yard line, middle of the field. Same play the other way.
Coronel trying to run left, dragging Attleboro tacklers, but you're not going to drag
Chris
Leonardo that far. Another late flag.
What is going on here?
And then Harrison trying to break things up.
Sheepers, creepers. It's just.
What a shame. You know, Mike, when we played, they never read these long sportsmanship notices to the players and fans before every game, and there weren't many problems. Now, there's this huge concentration on sportsmanship in the athletic director's office.
It gets worse by the year.
It does, because what they're watching at the high collegiate and professional level, that sportsmanship gets worse every year, and the players mimic it.
That's true. What do we got for...
The Attleboro coaches look most displeased.
And by the way, when I used to coach, and it's been 20 years, you had no right to walk on the field.
Right, yeah.
No, that was it. You had no right to walk on the field.
45 seconds to go in the first half, 7-0 Attleboro.
If the white hat motioned you onto the field,
you could come.
and this stuff where a guy walks on the field like he's some sort of hero, there'd be a yellow flag in the air.
Offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. Well, again, so that means there's no penalty. In my opinion, if that happens, both players who committed the unsportsmanlike conduct ought to be off the field for at least a play or a series.
I think that's a very good approach.
So it's going to be 3rd down, 2 yards to go. Ball is still at Durfee's own 32-yard line. They're moving the clock now as we approach 40 seconds to go in the half. Again, NFHS rules, 12-minute quarters, 3 timeouts a half. Leonardo to the defensive end on the right. Tight end is to the offensive left. Back to pass. Thomas tries to step up. Hit by Leonardo. Pass slightly underthrown.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, what an awful call.
What an awful call. The ball couldn't possibly be caught. And the offensive receiver saw him, so the defender grabbed him. The ball landed at least 4 to 5 yards short of it. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty for pass interference.
Great pressure by Chris Leonardo. That's as bad a call as you'll see.
Well, it's just one of those things where, yes, he grabbed him, but the first thing is, does it have any impact on the play?
Yeah.
The quarterback couldn't have reached him.
Yeah.
My goodness.
So the 15-yard penalty, and the officials have certainly been busy. And let's see where that will move the ball to. So on a 3rd and 2, Durfee rolls the dice and goes deep. Ball was drastically underthrown, and a pass interference call on a ball that was completely and totally uncatchable. Balls between the Attleboro 47 and 48-yard line.
So we've had 75 yards in accepted penalties, and of course 2 offsetting would be another 60. And my goodness, well, it's early. First game for everybody, including the refs.
21 seconds to go now, first half. 7-0 Bombardiers. Durfee just short of midfield. Quick out to the right. Caught in the flat, tries to cut back in, hit by a number of Bombardiers. I have no idea what the number is that far away on that side of the field. Christian Dane with the tackle. And that's going to let the first half run out. We'll give that reception to number 7, Jaden Hout.
Well, it's a good half for the Blue Bombardiers. And let's hope the sportsmanship is better in the second half. 7-0 lead going in. What's the halftime? 10 minutes or 15?
We'll find out when they put it up in the scoreboard.
Whatever the case may be.
So after 24 minutes of play, the Bombardiers 7, Durfee nothing. We'll be back with some halftime commentary and stats right after this on 1320 WARA Radio and AACS 15 Sports TV.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, squid, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
On September 16th, from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m., the Old Colony History Museum in Taunton will host a lecture by Natalie Steinhauer, Research Coordinator from Bee Informed Partnership. Natalie will share her knowledge on pesticides and their impact on honeybees. The audience will learn what a pesticide is, the diversity of products that fall under this term, and how they impact honeybee populations. Seating is on a first-come, first-served basis, but the audience can also attend via a Zoom link available through the museum. To contact the museum for the Zoom link, email them at info@oldcolonyhistorymuseum.org.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
What's that? Oh, that's what it looked like to me too. Yeah, you're all set. I'll tell you one thing.
PVD World Music will present the 2021 PVD World Music African Film Festival at the Waterfire Arts Center in Providence on Friday, September 17th at 5 p.m. The African Film Festival features shorts and feature-length films produced by African filmmakers from Africa and the African diaspora. The festival will include African traditional music and dance performances. The festival will be screened on a 40-foot wide projector screen and audio transmitter system, which will enable the audience to screen the films from their vehicles. For more information on the film festival, visit pvdworldmusic.com.
Welcome back to Tozer Cassidy Field. It's halftime here. I'm Paul Healy, along with big brother Michael Healy. For our TV crew, James Friedman on top of the press box running the camera, Peter Bray running the graphics, and Jim Jones, our engineer in charge. It's 7-0 at halftime. 10 minutes to go until the second half begins. It's been a chippy first half. One of the Attleboro well, we'll keep that between us. But anyway, Michael, what do we have for stats?
Well, we got more penalty yards than we do total offense in the first half.
Wow.
That's never a good sign.
Yeah.
And we have Durfee had 19 carries for 24 yards. And Mark Cornell had 9 for 29. So that means the other 10 carries were for minus 5 yards, including one fake punt, which was intentional. It didn't work.
Yeah.
One bad snap fake punt, which did work.
Yes.
And then a second bad snap fake punt, which did not work.
Right.
And it's been very unusual as far as that goes. They had 6 for 8 throwing, which sounds pretty good, but they only threw the ball one time down the field more than 5 yards. And, of course, that was a pass interference call on a ball that couldn't have been caught by the greatest receivers in the NFL history.
What was it, Stretch Armstrong? Was that the doll where you could stretch out the arms? That was the...
But long story short, it's...
You know what I will say, though?
Yes.
if the Attleboro defensive back doesn't grab the kid, there's no flag thrown at all.
No, there's no question, but it's one of those situations where he first of all, on a 3-deep zone, when you're playing prevent, the number one rule is don't let anybody get by you.
Right.
Which he did.
Yeah.
Now he's turning to run, and now the guy stops short and comes back, and he almost ran through him anyway.
Yeah.
And it was one of those, anyway, it was an inopportune play.
Yeah.
And then Attleboro in the first half, it's crazy because the Attleboro quarterback,
Blake Gazzara,
the senior, threw the ball beautifully, and he was 2 for 12.
Wow.
On 17 yards for a first down and a touchdown. He had 2 balls, one on the 5-yard line, one on the back of the end zone, that were batted away at the last second, one by a safety, one by a corner.
Yep.
He had a beautiful ball down the left boundary, which was caught on a 4th down, but just out of bounds.
Yes.
And then he had one ball go through Salviati's fingers, which it was a bullet.
Yep.
And the touchdown pass he threw was the low bullet, and it was beautifully corralled. It looked like right out of the NFL.
Yes.
So, we've got to get rid of the chippiness. Attleboro, I think, looks like the better team to get started here. They'll be getting the ball to start the second half, and we look for better things, and they still have a 7-0 lead.
No. Durfee will be getting the ball to start the second half. Attleboro had the ball first.
That's right. They had the ball first. Well, whatever the case may be, Attleboro's defense looked really strong. Chris Leonardo up front. The whole front 4 was dynamite.
Yes.
Anytime you hold somebody to 19 carries for 24 yards.
And that's a team that rushed for over 1,300 yards in 6 games last year.
Well, they averaged over 200 yards a game rushing. We'll see what happens going forward. Let's hope it's not chippy. Let's hope it's sportsmanlike. It's a beautiful, beautiful night for football.
Yeah.
And let's hope the Blue Bombardiers come out with their first victory of the year.
Defensive line has done well. Harrison, Straminsky, Pereiro, and Leonardo allowing the linebackers Murray, Betts, Dane, and Hegarty to run free, make some tackles. The only score in this game, a 10-yard touchdown pass, a bullet from Gazzaro to number 13, senior Chris Moda with the catch. And as Mike told you, a low bullet. Moda ran basically a button hook 2 yards into the end zone, turned, and the ball was suddenly there. Made the grab. That was Attleboro's second possession of the game. PAT by Salviati was good. That made it a 7-0 game. Then the teams exchanged. Durfee was forced to punt. Attleboro had a great pass to Hegarty, but as Mike told you, unfortunately, he made the catch out of bounds. Durfee then went on their longest drive of the game, started at their own 30, covered 12 plays. They made it as far as the Attleboro 37, and then they were set back on a huge sack by senior captain Keegan Conley. A beautiful blitz from the left outside linebacker position. That made turned a 3rd and 12 into a 4th and 20. The fake punt failed, and the teams both traded short possessions after that. That ended the half. Physical on the line of scrimmage.
Very physical. Both teams are very big up front. Yeah. And, it's funny, in modern offense, it's very sophisticated. But sometimes I think we forget these are high school kids.
Yeah.
You got it for an hour and a half for a couple of years because they're not ready as freshmen and sophomore. And it's an awful lot to ask of them. And when you're running what I would call a more systemic offense, I think sometimes it's a little easier on everybody as far as that goes. But it's the way everything sifts down from college. And there are very few what you would call tight ends now that are on the line of scrimmage. What teams generally do is they play 3 wideouts. They'll line a tight end off the slot, off the tackle's hip. He'll slide along one way or the other, and then you'll have a quarterback who's set back 5 yards, and he might have a tailback behind him or a setback next to him. And it's really a precision offense. And your quarterback has to be awfully good to run an offense like that. Now, my personal opinion, and I know the Durfee kid is 6 for 8 throwing, but they don't have a quarterback. And if they ran something like a wishbone, with that kind of speed they have back there, and you put that kid Coronello at fullback, and you put a couple of those
like
kids.
Like Steve Woo Wooster?
Yes. No, I just look at that and I say, once again, and I'm as old school as you're going to get. I'm old school compared to you, for God's sakes. But I just look at it, and I understand everybody wants to be like the NFL and the NCAA. It's awfully hard to do that.
Well, Mike, during the summer, they have 7-on-7 passing camps. They don't have run-oriented offense camps, and that's a problem.
I was going to ask Mike about that, and we didn't have time, but I wanted to say, if you went out and did a 7-on-7 with an old-fashioned Delaware wing tee, where all 5 receivers, like when I coached, and we had 2 years in a row where we had at least 6 guys with 10 receptions. And we threw the ball a third of the time. Of course, we had the best quarterback.
Yeah, you had Mike Power, who went on to play at BC.
And very well, and he got a cup of coffee with the Houston Oilers. So not everybody gets that. But we still only threw the ball in those 2 years. We threw the ball about 350 times. And our fullback was our leading receiver out of the backfield. And our backs caught more balls than our wideouts did. And we didn't use a split end or a tight end. We used 2 ends, and if the play called for split end, one end would split out. And, we could throw the hell out of the ball. And now everything was off a run fake. And
play action.
Your linebackers,
freezes the linebackers.
The linebackers hated playing against us. So in something like this, where you're going to get one fake at most, because there's only one back there, and it's a direct snap. I think it's a lot easier to defend. But I've never had the privilege of defending that, so I could be talking out of my hat.
No, again, your senior year of football was 1965. I was 1975. We only played one team, Maynard, that used 3 wide receivers. That's how much the game has changed.
Well, there was none when I was a kid. Literally, you did not see that in high school football.
That's when I played my first minutes that mattered, because we brought in an extra defensive back. That was me, and I was a football nerd, so I would memorize the other team's playbooks. I'd look over the scouting reports, and I know the receiver's going to do the wide receiver's going to do a short post. I jump the pattern. The ball's coming right at me, nothing but green in front of me, and teammate Barry Hackett, the linebacker, dives parallel to the ground, makes a great interception, but then flopped to the turf.
By the way, he was one of the best decathletes
right
at UMass. No, getting back to how football
quickly, because
changed.
they get a couple breaks in.
In 1985, that was the first spread offense I saw, and the only reason we saw spread offenses is they legalized holding on the line of scrimmage. If it hadn't legalized holding on the line of scrimmages, there would be no spread offenses.
There we go. We'll be right back after this. 7-0 at halftime. Bombardiers lead. Second half kickoff coming up in just a couple of minutes.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
We want to thank all of our sponsors here. Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, just over the line in Norton on 123, right across the street from LJ's Car Wash. You just heard from Bristol Glass. Kevin Callahan needed them, Mike.
Yes.
His windshield got broken during one of the softball games we were covering. True story. W.H. Riley & Sons, they've been around since 1873, so they're 4 years younger than college football, which started in 1869. Claudino's Auto Body and the Betting Center. New coaches for Attleboro this year. Mike Strachan, the head coach, handles the defensive coordinator duties. The new offensive coordinator is Anthony Peary, who was at Stoughton for 15 years. Tommy Burns handles the receivers and defensive backs. Dan Hayes helps out with the line. William Cummer of North Attleboro fame handles the offensive and defensive lines, and John Lane handles the special teams. Jay Mata, the outside linebacker. Salviati will kick off right to left to start the third quarter. Short pooch. Caught and flopping to the ground is number 10.
Good smart play by number 10.
Miguel Angel Mercado. That's the name of the game, Miguel Angel Mercado. And Durfee will start at their own 38-yard line.
Well, once again, They do have a lot of speed.
Yep.
And I think it's given how well the Attleboro defense has played, it's a good cautious approach.
Yeah.
Plus, that's turned out to be a pretty good offensive play on occasion.
So we'll see if Caden Murray is out there. I think he is back out there. Caden Murray, no, that's, hold on, is that 32 or 22? That is Caden Murray. He's back out. Great news, that outside linebacker. Defensive line for the Bombardiers, Harrison, Straminsky, Pereira, and Leonardo. Offensive line for Durfee, left to right, Radore, Halliday, Jens, Hayden, and Vasquez.
And now we have some sort of a delay. Is it a clock problem?
Clock's at 11:59.
Here we go.
Shotgun formation for Thomas. Back to his right, back behind him. Back to his right, comes up to a fullback position. Goes to the left. They run left with Holly. Holly tries to string it out. Ooh, flying up was Salviati, and great hustle, Anthony, but you got to break down in that situation.
Yes.
And that's a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7, 3 yards for Holly.
Oops. Thank you.
What happened?
He stood up and I couldn't see.
Oh. So now they're at their own 41-yard line, 2nd and 7. Wide to the right is number 8, I believe, Kelvin Strong. Attleboro looks like they're blitzing. They are. Running right up the middle and right through the blitz. Getting to the left sideline. Thrown out of bounds by Salviati, and that's another late hit and another flag. That time clearly the Bombardiers' fault. First down run, Javon Hawley. He was 3-4 yards out of bounds, and he threw him.
Well, he had the tackle, and then he spun him and threw him.
Yep.
And there's just no excuse. And he picked up 18 yards on the play.
Wow.
Right? Was that number 1 running again?
That was, yeah, Hawley. Line of scrimmage was their own 41. Made it to the Attleboro 38.
So it's 12 and 9 is 21 runs, 21 yards.
So a 21-yard run and a clear and obvious personal foul against Attleboro. That's the 5th personal foul of the game. It's a war game, it's an aggressive game, but it requires discipline and control of your emotions. Now they're stepping off the 15 yards. So in one play, with a 21-yard gain and a 15-yard flag, they move from their own 41-yard line to the 23-24 of Attleboro, 23-yard line. Wow.
And the thing about that is he never got a shoulder into him.
Yep.
He grabbed his upper body and shirt, and he spun and threw him. If you're going to tackle him, tackle him.
Yep. They give to the second back running through, hit by Pereira, but bounces off it, taken down by Leonardo. That's the big back, Mike Coronel, 6'3", 230 pounds. Moves from the 23 of Attleboro to the 20. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Good hit by Pereira.
Yeah.
Spun off it as far as that goes, but still a good hit.
10:43 to go, 7-0 Bombardiers. Gotta get my egg timer out, Mike. I'm not giving the score enough for our radio audience.
Well, I understand that. It's still 7-0, 10:33 to go here. Once again, spread offense, but what's hurting them is the inside run.
Yeah.
The off-tackle run. And of course, they're very quick backs. I got it.
Back comes in motion to the right. They give to
call the holding.
Running to the right. There's the holding call.
No
Getting
wonder.
to the edge was Jaden Lewis. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line, but this is coming back. And Jake Straminsky's hurt.
Oh, boy. Well, he's down. Let's hope he's just cramped.
Yep.
But I thought on the other side that I thought the outside linebacker would get held. Because the way that, once he started up inside, then he's around him.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, where's the OLB? Well, it's once again, it's the modern convention.
Yeah.
If you hold a guy within his shoulders, somehow it's legal.
Yeah.
And the pros came up with that because they wanted to turn football into a passing game in the late 70s because the steel curtain and the defenses were too good.
Yep.
It's really, it's come back to haunt us.
And games used to take, pro games used to take 2.5 hours. Now they're
2 hours.
3.5. Yep. Ball goes all the way back to the 30-yard line.
How many
of the
passes did
Bombardiers.
Joe Namath throw in the fourth quarter of their Super Bowl victory over the Baltimore Colts?
0.
That's right. You knew that.
Yes.
All right. So
I'm the one who sent that to you.
that's a great quote.
Yes.
Okay,
They
mine
gave
was
the ball
10.
to Emerson Boozer and Matt Snell
That's right.
and ran it at the Colts in
That's-
1969.
You couldn't do that today.
2 tight ends for Durfee. Crossbuck in the backfield. Alvin Harrison from the right end comes to the left, brings Cornell out of bounds, and then shows the discipline to not throw him to the turf. That's
you.
going to be a loss of 3 yards.
That was
It'll
great.
be 3rd down and 20.
Oh, that was a really nice play by Harrison.
Yep. So
He just burst through at the
Yep.
left end, took the straight arm right in the face, ducked under it, spun him out of bounds.
who did I say ran that, Mike?
That was Mark Coronel.
Thank you.
He's got now 11 carries for 30 yards. Outside of that one breach of discipline, and once again in that really nice run to the left,
Yeah.
maybe he didn't hold out there, but they allow holding so often,
Yeah.
and it's cheap in the game.
3rd and 20 yards to go for Durfee at the Attleboro 33. They trail 7-0 with 9:12 to go. Clock moving, 3rd quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get another blitz off the corner here to the one receiver side.
They don't blitz.
Bootleg.
Rolling to the left, chased down by Hegarty, caught from behind by Hegarty after Harrison boxed him in.
That was a great play by Harrison.
Yes.
Beautiful bootleg action rolling out left. Harrison, and by the way, he's not 6'3".
Yeah.
He's a big 6'1",
Yeah.
and he's not 285.
Yeah.
He's about 240, but he's a really good athlete. He played very good basketball last year,
Yeah.
and he played that like a basketball
Right,
player.
yes.
It was a beautiful defensive play, and Haggerty got the sack. Loss of 7.
Wow. Yeah, from the 33 back to the Attleboro 40. So they started at their own 38, got as far as the Bombardier 20, and now it's 4th and I believe 27.
All right, don't be too deep on the punt. They're punting from the 40-yard line.
And they've only kicked 1 punt, and they've been in formation 4 times.
Well, the snap has been a problem. It is a good one.
Yep. Left-footed spiral by Lewis. Oh, no,
Oh,
it hits
my
an Attleboro
goodness.
player in the back, but another Bombardier alertly bounces on the ball.
I wonder what.
Christian Dane with the recovery.
Thank goodness, Christian.
And it hit number 22, Lako, right in the back.
You know, and then once again, they watch the pros.
Yep.
And they block all the way down the field, but they punt the ball 50 yards.
Right.
You know, and that happens. That's one of those freak. You'll see that happen several times a year.
8:01 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bombardiers with their first possession of the second half, moving right to left. They lead 7-0.
20-yard punt.
Ball is at their own 19.
Just about on the 20.
And they go twins to the right. That's the short side of the field.
Tight end left.
Yeah.
Wing left. Oh, is that a wing?
Yep. Or an H-back.
Well, they're running this way.
Yep.
Christian Dane just pointed out the blocking assignments.
Murray inside, outside, tries to get to the edge. Flag is down. Blasted out of bounds after a gain of about 10, but this is coming back. And Keegan Conley is being treated by trainer Pat Dunn, who was a hell of a safety back in the day. Of course,
Cramped up.
Mike Strachan.
Let's see what the call is, Paul.
Yeah.
Where's the white hat there?
Conferring with 2 of his fellow officials.
You know, we never saw the call. We're assuming it's offensive holding, and that's a brutal mistake to make on your own 20-yard line.
So now they're just inside their own 10-yard line. So no yards on the run for Conley.
That's the 5th major penalty besides the 2 offsetting unsportsmanlike. Just shouldn't have that.
1st and 20. Slot comes in motion left. They fake it to him. Crossback right. Taken down in the backfield. Who was that Durfee player who was not fooled? That was Murray on the carry. And that was number 15 who made the tackle, Sebastian Inako. No gain, 2nd and 20.
Well, that's once again, they had the guy come in motion to the left, Fake the speed sweep to him, counted back to Caden, and there was just nothing there.
Yep.
Number 15, the right defensive end. Oh my goodness, what do we have now?
Attleboro had 12 men in the huddle. Trying to run off the field was Ryan Betts, but that's going to cost the Bombardiers. That's not legal.
Boy.
Mike, can you tell us the first game?
Yeah. It's wonderful that the Bombardiers are ahead by 7-zip.
Yeah. They're back to their own 5-yard line now.
This is serious stuff right now.
So 2nd and 25?
2nd and 23.
23, okay.
And they just had 55 jumped again.
Yeah. And now a flag on Durfee. Oh, so it was half the distance, that's right.
No, I think 55 defense jumped offside.
Yeah.
They used a hard count.
Yeah.
So it brings it out 5 yards.
Yeah. They're saying 2nd and 13, but it's 2nd and more than 20.
No, it's 2nd and 18.
18, okay, thank you. And about the 7-yard line. Gazzaro, shotgun quarterback, one of the senior captains. Trip right, that's the short side. Fakes left, they're gonna go deep up the right sideline.
Oh, he dropped
In and
it.
out of the hands of number 18.
13.
13, thank you. That's Mota, Chris Mota with a touchdown catch earlier. A long incompletion, 3rd and 18.
That was on the 45-yard line. He looked left, and Blake turned out to the right, and he's throwing it down the boundary, and it was a perfectly thrown ball.
Beautiful looking play. So what's Blake's passing stats now?
Blake is now, he's 2 for 13 for 17 yards, and he's thrown the ball very well.
And on 12 of the 13 passes, he's thrown the ball beautifully.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Trips to the left, that's the wide side. One receiver right. It is 6:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 Bombardiers deep in their own territory. Gazzaro, the righty rolls left, pressured, throws underneath, leaping to make the catch and taking the hit. Aiden Ramirez. Aiden Ramirez with the catch, and Mike, last year as a JV,
yes,
he caught a 33-yard touchdown pass on the last play of the game to beat Franklin. There's his first varsity catch.
Well, it's still only for 4 yards.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm glad we got something there out of it.
Yeah.
Ramirez is going to be a really good receiver, by the way.
So they're at the 18-yard line, 4th and 14, we'll call it. Back to punt is, I believe, Salviati. Durfee's receivers are way too deep.
Good punt.
Spiral, but it's
And
going to
they let it
drop
hit.
in front of him. Ball might be loose. Having to pick it up and run left is Holly. Might get to the edge.
James spun him out of bounds. I think that hit
Christian Dane.
I think that hit once again the
Attleboro.
Durfee blocker.
Yeah.
And same thing, you know, they use pro punting techniques and big time college techniques, and it's awfully dangerous for the guys coming back to block. You don't see the ball punted 45 to 50 yards. Really nice tackle by Christian Dane going out of bounds there after the receiver eluded the first one.
5:41 to go in the 3rd quarter, 7-0 Bombardiers. Mike Carroll writes in from Quincy.
Yes.
Sam Cavanaugh won the Jeopardy Tournament of Champions. Hi, Mike. Great job.
Go get him, Sam.
I
Did
think.
you tell her that we had cousins that were champions on the Jeopardy?
Oh, that's right, the Carrolls.
The Carrolls,
A
that's
million
right.
years ago.
That's
By the
right.
way, I relate to Cavanaugh. He's a substitute teacher.
Oh, nice run.
Wow. Again on the run, running left behind the center, Yentz, the guard, Halliday, and the tackle, Radare, is number 3, Michael Coronel.
No, that was the little guy again.
Oh, number 1,
It's number 1.
Holly. So the original line of scrimmage was
7-yard gain.
was their own 47.
Yes. This kid is slippery. He was the one who made that punt return.
Yep. So their own 47 on 1st and 10, a 7-yard gain for Javon Holly, a senior.
This whole quarter's been played now in Attleboro territory.
They're at the 46 of the Bombardiers.
You know, the play calling started fast, but it's going awfully slow ever since.
He went out of bounds, so the clock stops at 5:41. Getting to the right edge is Lewis.
Oh, boy.
Can't get around the corner, runs back to the He ran right, now back left. He's in the open field, down the sideline. Finally pulled out of bounds by Ethan Lako, who has the presence of mind not to throw him to the turf.
Boy, oh boy, that
busted
should have been
play.
a -10. And there were 3 different guys who missed it. It was a fabulous run. Fabulous run. Was that number 4 who
Number
ran?
2.
Number 2 that time. So he went from the 46 to the 15.
Yeah. Is that where he is? Let's see what they said. He's inside the 15, barely. So we'll call it the 15.
Okay.
31-yard run.
Great run.
Wow. And a broken play, basically.
It was a broken play, and you see people over pursuing. I've done that myself, and if you're on the backside, you always go as deep as the ball. They didn't, and once you spun around, then Salviati missed him in the open field, and he ran for a long ways.
Oh, Holly again eludes a tackle in the backfield, but then he's wrapped up by a number of Bombardier tacklers with almost another late hit. Thankfully, jumping over the pile was Caden Murphy. Mike, I want to make this comment. Again, this is our second year with the NFHS rules, and the hash marks are wider apart than the old Massachusetts rules. So the wide side is really wide, and the short side is short.
Well, that's how it used to be when we were kids. That number 2 running again?
Yes, it was. No, that was Holly again.
Okay, that was Holly number 1.
Yeah.
My goodness. These single numbers and small numbers on the shirts.
No gain, but he broke about 4 tackles.
He lost one.
1 second and 11. Again, he pops in, jumps backwards, breaks out of a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, driven out of bounds by number 8, Betts. Salviati came screaming up from the defensive backfield. It's amazing. It's almost like Holly hops backwards.
They do the jump cuts now, which once again is a modern convention. It's a brilliant running move, but it really does stop you dead. And if everybody else stays square, they get an extra 2 steps to catch you. It's when you're on the fly and you're out of control, it really works.
Yeah.
Once again, no gain there. It was Holly again.
Yeah, 3rd and 11 from the 15-yard line of the Bombardiers.
That's actually a -2 then.
7-0 Attleboro. Clock is stopped with 4:40 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Twins to the right.
Bombardiers have only run 6 plays this quarter. Rolling to the right is Thomas. Can he get to the edge around Harrison? Yes. Oh, Harrison almost horse collar, but let go wisely, and Hegarty comes up to make the tackle. That's twice Harrison has showed restraint.
He also showed he could move.
Yes, exactly.
Good kid.
But the run from the 11 all the way to the 7-yard line, timeout Durfee. It's going to be 4th and 3.
That's the corner linebacker's got it. There's no way that should happen.
Yeah. All right, with a timeout on the field, 7-0 Attleboro, 4:17 to go in this glacially slow-moving 3rd quarter.
L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
You're listening to WARA 1320 AM Attleboro.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Thank you to Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, Bristol Glass, W.H. Riley and Sons, Claudino's Auto Body, the Betting Center, and LJ's Car Wash. Where I've got to go is some sparrows have been using the hood of my car for target practice.
Well,
Mike,
on that play right there,
4th and 3.
Either the corner linebacker or the inside linebacker should have had second and contained. They were nowhere in sight.
Well, that's the Freddie Wheaton position, Mike, and Freddie's out.
Showing that out.
Over the middle, wide open on a slant, but a huge hit to knock the ball out of the receiver's hands.
Safety.
That's number 2, Spencer Shirk.
Oh, what a great hit.
Brother of trainer Shirk. Back to pass was Thomas cutting across the middle. I believe that was Lewis. Ball was in his breadbasket, and then Shirk just knocked it away from him. Separated him from the ball. And why did I do your job?
Well, there's nothing more to say. I mean, that was beautifully done. First throw of the second half. Once again, a quick slant pass. Great play by the safety. I just remember how we did the triple I in the first half?
Yeah.
How about, let's come out and go at them.
So the Bombardiers take over at their own 8-yard line or 7-yard line. Where is that? I guess 8-yard line. First and 10.
Yes.
They lead 7-0 late in the third quarter.
Oh, fumble.
Oh, no. Ball is loose. And I believe the Bombardiers have come up with it because there's no one in a white jersey jumping up and down.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Yeah. We thought the ball was on the
I know it.
4-yard line. It was on the 8-yard line on that scramble. My God, remember? Because that was only 3 yards he gained, and we thought they went out of bounds on the 5, remember?
Well, I got a 9-yard scramble from the 15 to the 6.
Okay, it was on the 15 then. I didn't realize it was back that far.
Okay.
All right.
So it's Attleboro lost 1. It is 2nd and 11 at their own 7, we'll call it. Oh, no, Gazzaro confused in the backfield, runs right, wants to throw the ball, but he's taken down, I believe, close to the end zone. Mike, he was going to throw the ball, and then he realized that could be a illegal man downfield because it was a called running play. That would be a safety. Boy. So he held on to it, took the hit. He is down at his own 1-inch line, inside the 1. Wow.
My goodness, -6.
And tremendous pressure by the Durfee defensive line there. Who's that big guy? I think Kudo was in there.
2 blown plays in a row between the quarterback and the running back. And now they just got to try to blast it out of here. Yeah. And this is, once again, they get a 7-point lead, but this is, why not try this on first down?
3rd and about 18, and they're in the triple I running left. Caden Murray, the 3rd man in the I.
Gets it out to the 5. Nice, good, hard run. Great blocking on the line of scrimmage. Both guys led through.
So we'll give him 4.5, 5 yards.
Give him 4.
All right.
So it's 4th down and 19, or 4th down rather, and 12 from the 5-yard line.
Wow. 7-0 Attleboro leads. Clock is moving with 2 minutes to go in a third quarter that will never end. Back to punt is Salviati. And Mike, I've reached the point I got to get some distance glasses for at night here. I'm going to have to buy some bifocals, folks.
Good punt.
Nice punt, but once again, Durfee's punt return is way too deep. Takes a huge Attleboro roll. They're going to gain 13, 14 yards on the roll.
39-yard punt.
It goes out of bounds at the Attleboro 44-yard line. Downing it was Cole McKenna, a junior. He had a great year as a JV player last year. So Durfee takes over trailing by 7 with 1:38 to go in the third quarter. That's been played completely in the Attleboro end. They'll have the ball at the Bombardier 43.
I'll tell you, the punting has been outstanding by Salviati today. It's really helped him out. He's averaging about 40 yards a punt net.
Yeah.
And that's really good in high school football. It really saved the day here in the third quarter for Attleboro.
But for Durfee, their special team coaches, memo to them, your punt returners are way too deep. This is high school football, not the NFL. Two tight end to the right, wide side, and they're going to run right up the middle. Dane is in there. Betts is in there. I think Leonardo was low. And getting up for the bottom of the pile, Pereira. Boy, has Pereira played well today.
Is that the big kid who ran again? I wish I could get the numbers here.
That was number 3, Coronel.
Okay, it was Coronel. Yeah.
So he moves from the 43 to the 40, a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
He's got 12 carries for 33 yards. I think they can play their base defense, just play them straight up. They're doing a real nice job on the line of scrimmage of the big 4.
Inside the final minutes, snap is bobbled. They try to go to the right.
That is awful. And the white hat was looking right at it.
And
he was getting held by the middle of the back and turned. That was 32, and he's just going up to the ref.
To tell him, yes.
It was just ridiculous.
Javon Hawley, after taking advantage of that obvious hole right in front of the official, runs all the way to the 34. It'll be 3rd and 1.
It should have been a loss. Just ridiculous.
6-yard gain.
Okay, 6-yard
Yeah.
gain.
3rd and 1. And wow, grabbing the back of his jersey.
I mean, he just got yanked, and the ref was looking right at him.
At the 34, they give right at the middle of Cornell. Huge hole, breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles. Finally taken down from behind at the 14-yard line. Great run by Cornell. Who made that tackle? Oh, and Cornell is hurt.
I think he landed on the ball. I'm not sure.
I think Shirk had that tackle. Finally, Spencer Shirk with a touchdown-saving tackle. Might have been Betts. There was a player down in the field. There are 6 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 Bombardiers. It'll be first down for Durfee at the 14-yard line of the Bombardiers. We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com. W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Michael Healy. James Friedman, our cameraman up top. Peter Bray running our graphics. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. Mick Coronel, the 6'3", 230-pound two-way player for Durfee. Looks like he turned his right ankle. After he comes off the field, the officials restart the clock and the 3rd quarter runs out. So Durfee will have the ball when we get back. Mike, any comments before we take a break?
Yeah, I mean, Attleboro really played a tremendous first 15 minutes of the game.
Yep.
And then they got involved with these, the unsportsmanlike play.
Yep.
And boy, these last 21 minutes are really tough to watch, and they got to get their discipline back.
We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back. It was a 20-yard run by Colonel before he sprained his ankle. 1st and 10 at the Attleboro 14. They run to the right behind the tackle Vasquez and the all-star guard Hayden. They move from the 14 to the 13, gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Well, I'll tell you, it's just hard to see who's running. I don't know. You have no idea who ran.
I thought that
play.
was number 2, Michael.
Okay.
We'll give him 1. 2nd down, 9 yards to go at the 13-yard line of the Bombardiers, who lead 7-0 as we enter the 4th quarter.
Well, it's gut check time.
Yep. First half was a fun, physical half to watch. That 3rd quarter was a tractor pull.
Yeah, well, it started in the 2nd quarter with all the
That's
unsportsmanlike
true.
penalties.
They give,
Oh my God, there's a 15.
And that's going to be a face mask or a horse collar tackle
One or the
against
other.
Jaden, against Caden Murray.
No,
And-
it isn't. It's on,
Yeah, Caden Murray, number 32, made the tackle.
I thought it was on 8.
Okay.
I thought it was
Betts?
Ryan
Okay.
Jetty. Ryan Betts, rather. I just, and once again, when you're coming that hard at a guy and he makes a little move, I think it was a horse call. He couldn't tell if it was a face mask or not, but once again, it's another major penalty.
So he was
half the distance.
Tackled back at the 17-yard line. So the run is a loss of 4, but it's a face mask penalty or a horse collar, either one. And it moves just inside the 10. We'll call it the 9-yard line.
First and goal on the 9.
No, Michael, it's second and, because it was first down and 10 at the 14.
If it's a horse collar, it's not. What the hell do they call then?
Either a face mask or a horse, not an automatic first down.
Wow.
They're just inside the 10-yard line.
Wow.
It's second and 4.
All right, that's good news.
Quarterback is back to his right and a back behind him. Holly through a huge hole, and he barrels into the end zone, running behind the center. Jens, the guard, Hayden, the tackle, Vasquez. It's a 7-6 ball game with 10:50 to go.
And they earned that one, that's for sure.
Yes.
We'll see happen on the kick here. Attleboro was trying to blitz off both corners, and whoever the lead blocker was on the right side.
That's number 15.
Just a beautiful kick-out block. Just a beautiful kick-out block by number
Iannacco.
15. And he just turned it right up inside. They doubled down. The tight end took the defensive end. Perfectly run play.
Trying to see who's going to kick this. And that's the man who threw that block, Mike. 5'9", 205-pound Iannacco with the place kick. It is right through the middle.
Down the middle.
10:51 to go. The score is tied at 7 at Tozer Cassidy Field. We'll be right back.
As part of Attleboro's Big Read programming, the Attleboro Arts Museum is hosting Honoring, an exhibit inspired by Joy Harjo's An American Sunrise, from Saturday, September 18th through Saturday, September 25th. Using a range of art disciplines, the exhibit will present interpretation of Harjo's poem alongside reflections of individuals that kept populations going during the coronavirus pandemic. An exhibit reception will take place on Saturday, September 18th from 2 to 4 p.m. in the museum's Otmar Gallery. Gallery hours for the exhibit will be Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m.
They're just so out of control. I mean, you got a guy for a -8 and he turns
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports, 1320 WARA Radio and the AACS YouTube channel. A drive for Durfee that began at at the Attleboro 43 with 1:40 to go in the third quarter. Ended on a 9-yard run by 5'9", 165-pound senior Javon Holly. The PAT by Iannacco was good. We're tied at 7 with 10:51 to go. Mike, did I hear you right? 18 penalties in the game?
Yes, if you include the 2 offsetting penalties in each team. And that's a lot of yards.
Wow.
And there's been one with procedure and 2 offsides and 1 in the huddle, and the other 14 penalties have been major penalties.
Wow.
And it's just, it's a lot of, it's poor discipline. And it's a 7-7 game.
Yep.
There's 10:51 to go, and Attleboro's got plenty of opportunity here, and they got a quarterback, and they got a line, and they can do this. They just got to get their composure back. Got a veteran coaching staff. Let's play ball.
Iannacco kicks off right to left. This is going to be Lako at his own 11-yard line. Pops it out to the outside, cuts inside, leaps a tackler, taken down at the 34-yard line. Tackle made by Devon Moole. Nice return by Evan Lako. Ethan Lako.
They've got some athleticism in that family.
Yes.
22-yard return, 23-yard return out to the 34, right?
Yeah. Actually, they mark it. Well, I guess he must. Yeah, there it is, 34-yard line. Thank you. Put it down, sir. Offsides.
Just decline it.
On the kickoff against Durfee, and they mark it off at the end of the play.
Okay.
So it goes from the 34 to the 39, where the Bombardiers will take over. First and 10, 10:43 to go as they head left to right.
It's the best field position they've had in a long time.
Yes.
For a long time. Really, for 2 quarters.
They give to Caden Murray, the
Nice
right
cut
back, running left. Cuts back to
Another
the right. Lowers his shoulder, drives through a tackle. He's to the 46-yard line of Durfee. Tackle finally made by Javon Hawley. I believe, was that the left tackle, Leonardo, pulling on that?
I'm sorry, Paul.
Yeah.
Watching the defensive line. Boy, that was a nice cut by
Caden Murray.
Caden Murray.
So he goes from his own 39 to the plus 46.
Yep, that's a
4 and 11,
15-yard
15.
gain.
First and 10. Same play. This time Murray takes it outside to the wide side. Gets to the edge.
Oh, well, now they got another penalty. And if that's a wide out holding again.
A shoestring tackle.
A wide out holding again.
And the kid and the Durfee player made the tackle anyway. I'm so sorry I
Yes.
missed his number, folks.
So it's an 8-yard gain and a 10-yard loss, and it's going to be 1st and 12.
Wow.
I won't say the number of the wideout who held, but when I can look that far across the field
Yeah.
and see a whole ball, and my eyes aren't that good at 72, almost 73 years old.
So they're back to the 48-yard line of Durfee. 1st and 8.
No, 1st and 12.
1st and 12. Thank you very much.
Yes.
That's what I wrote down. My brain said that, Mike. My mouth failed me. Shotgun snap to Gazzaro. Throws to the flat, underthrown, picked off, nothing but green in front of the Durfee defensive back, being chased by Alvin Harrison. Harrison pushes number 18, Keith Strong, a sophomore, out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Wow! One of the few poor passes today by Gazzaro. Interception Strong, great hustle Harrison.
Boy, that was an outstanding interception. They rolled up right to it. He's a defensive back. Once again, it's you got to keep your composure here, but this whole thing got set up by a wide receiver holding.
That's right.
On what would have been a 2nd and 2, and now you got a 1st and 12. And once again, the receiver did not pursue after that ball intercepted. He hadn't even looked back yet.
Wow.
It was just a completely blown play.
And that was right tackle Alvin Harrison, who chased down a guy wearing number 19, 5'9", 155-pound Keith Strong. Wow. First down, goal to go Durfee at the 6-yard line of Attleboro. I'm going to drive down my field, Mike. The crowd's so loud. 9:41 to go. Tight end is right. They run with, he's back in, Mike. Coronel. Yes. Line of scrimmage was the 6, gets to just inside the 5. Nice play, and that time it was Leonardo stopping on the left, and the linebackers, Dane, coming up to help with Betts.
1-yard gain. 55 yards for 14 carries for that big guy.
Wow.
Got a couple of first downs.
Mick Coronel, 6'3", 230-pound senior. And now he's limping to the sideline. He'll come out. Boy, he's giving the Durfee Hilltoppers his all, isn't he?
Yes, he certainly has. I think that was Keegan Conley might have made the first hit. Leonardo really wrapped him up because Keegan was a little bit too high, but at least he had that first hit on him.
Thank you, Michael. Back to the left and behind the quarterback. Tries to run up the middle, delays, dives towards the end zone. That's Jaden Lewis running left behind the center, Jens, and the guard, Halliday.
Got down 4 yards down to the 1-yard line. That was a great cut he made. You talk about a hesitation cut.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what that was. It was beautifully done.
So a 4-yard gain for Jaden Lewis. It'll be 3rd and goal from the Attleboro 1-yard line with 8:20 to go. Clock moving, tied at 7.
Well, they've run for over 100 yards in the second half. They've really taken control of the game. Still plenty of time left for Attleboro, but boy, they need a big play here.
Way wide out to the left is Kelvin Strong.
They're playing 9-on-9 here.
Yes. Trying to run right and get to the edge is Lewis. Nice burst up front by the defensive tackles. Straminsky and Pereira does not get in. It'll be 4th and less than a yard.
Durfee thought he was in there.
Yeah.
How close is he to the goal line, Paul?
The referee had his foot marking the ball between the 1-yard line and the goal line, so he's a half yard away tops. Mike,
Yeah.
there's where you would run sneak on touch.
Well, they don't use the quarterback sneak.
Oh, that's right. He's not under center.
That's right. But yes, we would have run that last play.
Yes. Durfee trying to take the lead. The crowd and Coach Strachan trying to rev up. And the Durfee
Timeout.
coach is running the field to call timeout.
That's their first time out of the second half, right?
Yes, it is. 7:11 to go, tied at 7. We'll be right back on 1320 WARA and AACS 15 Sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports, 7-7, but Durfee about 8-9 inches away from the Attleboro goal line to our left. Their offensive line, left to right, Radore, Halliday, Jens, Hayden, and Vasquez lining up against Harrison, Straminsky, Primera, and Leonardo. Look at the size of that blocking back they have in there.
Unbalanced line.
And they run right. Oh, a huge hit at the line of scrimmage. And the Bombardiers have held.
Wow.
The Bombardiers have held.
All right.
Wow. 2 players are down for Taunton. That's out of disbelief. Durfee, excuse me. I don't know who's at the bottom of that pile. Mike, they ran right at Leonardo, and he stacked him up. Christian Dane was over there. Wow. And I wish I got the number of the extra blocking back in.
I think they went with the big guy running it, didn't they?
No. They gave it to the tailback. The big guy was the blocking back on the right.
Well, he got stacked up by, I think, Leonardo.
Yeah, number 2 was the running back.
Yeah, well, he got nothing twice in a row.
Chris Leonardo, a 3-year starter, and I have to apologize to the Leonardo family for in their victory last year against Canton.
Yes.
We mentioned his name 3 or 4 times, and he made about 17 great plays that game.
Well, you can't have everything.
I know.
We were really trying.
Yes.
Keeping stats and getting the right numbers. I guess we need field glasses, Paul. I'm dead serious. You need field glasses up here.
7:05 to go. The Bombardiers inside their own 1. 1st and 10, triple I. They run left with Murray. And in the tank formation, Harrison is the lead fullback, so I want to see who comes in at right tackle. So I believe that means either LaRock or Vero comes in at right tackle.
He got nothing there.
Yeah, so 2nd and 9.5, 10 from, again, their own 1-yard line. 7-7 game, 6:35 to go. Gazzaro looks confused. The offensive coordinator, Anthony Peary, helps him out. They run right this time. There's a hole! Nice tackle.
Beautiful tackle by
Caden Murray gets out to about the 7 or 8. I want to get what a play. What a game number 15 has played. Sebastian Iannaco. That was him again, Mike.
And he was a backside defensive end on that, or was he the front side defensive end?
No, he was backside.
He was backside. Yeah. My goodness. He came down the line of scrimmage. 4-yard gain by Murray.
Well, they gave him 5, so it's 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5, their own 6-yard line. Huge play again in that triple I. 2 tight ends. They run left this time. Murray outside, bounces it inside, sheds a tackle, lowers his shoulder, keeps his feet moving. Wow. First down, Bombardiers. The first 2 runs, it was the offensive line. That time it was Murray.
Yeah, it certainly was. just made that first down with that 6-yard gain.
He's out, we'll call it the 12-yard line.
That's all it is.
Wow, yeah.
And they're going with it again. Will they try that play action pass?
Two tight ends, triple I. Gazzaro gives to Murray going left, leaps over a tackler, cuts in, taken down at the 16-yard line.
Gain of 4. 67 yards on 14 carries for Murray.
That was Brian Hayden with the tackle there. Again, one of their captains. 5'10", 210 pounds. Last year, he was a Herald News All-Scholastic.
He's
second and 7.
Well.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that play action pass to Dane.
Yeah. They run left to Murray again. Ooh, Murray gets to the edge. Taken down at about the 20-yard line. Mike, did you see who was knifing in? That was a low tackle.
That was the outside linebacker on the right side. I can't see the number.
I think it's Devon Mall, number 5.
Boy, it was a beautiful play.
So it was 2nd and 7. It's going to be 3rd and 4. So we'll give Murphy 3 more yards. Another huge 3rd down.
Good time for the timeout. 4:18 to go here.
Attleboro at their own 19-yard line, just short of their own 19. It's a 7-7 game with 4:18 to go in regulation. Michael?
Well, it's just, I mean, this is noble work they're doing right now, Paul. Let's just get you back up. Incredible goal line stand.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
After the play of the game was by Harrison.
Yes.
To run down that youngster.
Yes.
I mean, Harrison was boogieing.
Yeah.
And he's a big dude. And reminded me of when Ben Watson on the Super Bowl game when he chased the guy down.
AFC, Denver against AFC Championship.
Oh, Denver AFC. It was just a magnificent play.
Yeah.
And they had 1st and goal on the 6, 2nd and goal on the 5, 3rd and goal inside the 1, 4th and goal inside the 1. Stopped them outside the 1.
Yes.
And then they've driven it out here to the 18-yard line. It's 3rd and 5. Biggest play of the game for Attleboro coming up right here. Once again, Alvin Harrison is the front man in that triple I.
Yeah. Looks like Betts is the second man.
They've got a 9-man front, 10-man front, really.
One deep safety.
Yep.
And they'll run left again. Murray gets to the outside, cut back in, slammed to the turf. Ian Acco was there, but he also had help.
I don't think he made it.
And I think that was number 5 again from the outside, Devon Moole.
Did he make that first down?
They're moving the chains.
My goodness,
Murray did it.
What a cut.
He needed 4 yards. He got 4 yards and an inch.
Wow.
He's at the 24-yard line.
Boy, oh boy, this could be something here. They got the room if they want to throw the ball now. They could run this triple I. Once again, they got a deep safety. He'll be chasing him if they run that flag pattern.
They run right with Murray. Can he get to the edge? Boxed inside, flag is down. They might call the hold on the Bombardiers, number 40.
Yes.
That's Brewer, who I think is one of the tight ends in this tank formation.
Is this another holding penalty? My goodness gracious.
Where's the referee? I missed the signal, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's another hold.
No, and you had the right call too, Paul. It was that you could, once again, you.
So the ball now is back to the 13-yard line.
That's the 7th accepted major penalty against Attleboro for a total of 80 yards. Actually, the 8th.
And that was a loss on the run because it's first down and about 22.
No, 1st and 20, isn't it? Oh, it is 1st and 22.
Yeah.
I thought it was 1st and 20.
Well, I guess,
Inside counter.
Okay, and they get it to Aiden Murray after they fake to the slot back coming left to right. Boy, I'm tough to read these numbers. Who is that? Nice tackle by number 1 that time, Javon Hawley, but he moves from the 13 to the 16. 3 yards.
Geez, I wonder if they're playing for OT at this particular point.
2:50 to go, clock moving. When they got the ball, Mike, there was 7:05 left.
No, I know it, and I just look at, Christian Dane's a good athlete, and now they're spreading out again. I love that triple I when they ran that flag pattern to him early that was just overthrown.
Yep.
He was open.
Second, 18-19. Going deep is Gazzaro. Stumbling was number 22. Ethan Lako wanted a pass interference call as he was caused to stumble by number 2, Jaden Lewis, who then made the interception.
By the way, Paul,
yeah,
it's a 36-yard punt.
Yeah.
You know.
Great catch, Lewis.
Yep.
And again, it's that one. They might have felt that inadvertently their feet got tangled.
I thought they just banged into each other.
Yeah.
He was trying to go by him. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
And he certainly got hit, and whatever it was, they didn't call it. So the ball ends up on the 48-yard line.
Wow.
The ball had been on their own 16, right?
Yes, line of scrimmage was 16.
So that's the equivalent of a 36-yard net punt. So you got your defense. You've got 3 timeouts left. First down is the most important play.
So take away that pass interference comment. That was a hell of an interception by Jaden Lewis.
Yes.
And now the Hilltoppers have the ball, their own 48, 2:24 to go, tied at 7. Heading right to left.
And they're blitzing.
Here come the Bombardiers. Tries that pop move. Ryan Betts made the first hit.
I'd call timeout. I'd call timeout right here.
And they are not, and the clock is moving.
Is that Lewis running again?
No, that was number 1 who carried that ball that time.
Okay, that was number 1. The
Yeah, lost 2.
The quarterback?
Is 4.
Okay, the quarterback's 4, so that was number 1.
Yeah. Yes, since Corlinell banged up his ankle, he came in for one short run, left the field limping, and since then, it's been Holly and Lewis alternating carries. So they're at their own 46. Second and 12, 1:41 to go, clock moving.
Well, they got 125 yards out of their 3 running backs. Oh, he wasn't ready for the snap.
Thomas rolling right, trying to get around Harrison. Throws it, ball doesn't reach the line of scrimmage, but he's outside the pocket. Boy, that was, back in our day, that's intentional grounding.
Well, it was intentional ground. There was no receiver anywhere near it.
Yeah.
They just weren't going to call it, at least to stop the clock. I mean, there was nobody near that.
Yeah.
That was, oh, well.
Yeah, yeah.
Modern football.
Again, it used to be, you know, there was, on offense, you had 11 football players. In the modern game, you have 10 football players and a quarterback.
You're right.
And there's different rules for them.
Well, once again, it worked its way down from the pros. And
yes.
That's the way it is. But that wasn't even close.
Right.
I mean, he just had somebody closing in on him. He threw his body towards the sideline, side-armed it. Ball hit 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And I don't mean that as a criticism of Isaiah Thomas. I mean that as a criticism of modern rules. Yes, it was a smart play. 3rd and 12. Back to pass. Keegan Conley blitzing. Throws to the right.
Intercepted!
What a catch! That's Murray! Caden Murray! No, yes, coming up on the outside. The ball, when it hit number 2, Jaden Lewis's hands, Murray hit Lewis, and the ball ended up in Murray's breadbasket. Wow. So with 1:19 to go, the Bombardiers have the ball at the Durfee 42. Wow. So what a
with
fourth
3
quarter.
timeouts left.
What a fourth quarter for Caden Murray.
And they've got a kicker, too.
Yeah.
This is, you know, it's been first game blues, but I'll tell you, it's pretty exciting second half. This fourth quarter has been a heck of a battle.
42-yard line, 1:19 to go, 7-7. Fake the jet sweep, counter to Caden Murray up the middle, big hole! The offensive line of Leonardo Pereira, Miranda, Strominski, and Harrison opening up that hole. No timeout, clock is still running as we near 1 minute to go to be 2nd and 1.
Boy, oh boy.
Trips, Twins to the right.
Get the first down.
Twins to the left. Again, they give it to Murray.
Oh,
they're
look at
riding
that
the
line.
senior. Big hole! Shoestring tackle.
Down to the 20, isn't he?
He's at
11-yard gain?
Wow, yes, 20-yard line. Wow. And they call clock still moving with 41 seconds to go, 1st and 10. They give it to Murray again, hitting the backfield, taken down. Now they got to call a timeout. Great play by Brian Hayden. One to the well once too often, Michael.
Just call a timeout.
Yeah.
Just call a timeout.
No, that's what they're expecting me to do. We'll be right back after this on 1320 WARA and AACS 15 Sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back. 33 seconds to go. 2nd and 11, Attleboro at the 21-yard line of Durfee. To the well once too often. Again, that counter to Caden Murray. Breaks the tackle in the backfield inside the 15, close to the 13-yard line. Clock still moving with 24 seconds to go.
Well, I think they're playing for a field goal right now.
Yep. And again, another nice defensive play by 15, Sebastian Iannaco. 12 seconds. 10 seconds. Salviati, who will have to kick it, is wondering what's going on. He's coming to this. And they call a timeout with 3 seconds to go. The line of scrimmage is the 13-yard line. So a 8-yard gain by Murray. So Mike, Murray
5 yards, 20 carries, and what a fourth quarter by Murray. A lot of pressure on Salviati. Ball's in the middle of the field. It's on the, of course, the clock still says on the 20-yard line, 21-yard line, 2nd and 12. At least you get the time right.
Murray has had 12 of the last 13 carries for the Blue Bombardiers.
Well, in this fourth
Plus he
quarter,
made the interception, excuse me.
Yes, I was just going to say that he had 8 carries and 29 yards going into the fourth quarter, so he's had 12 carries for 76 yards in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
And credit the offensive line, and when everything changed when they moved into the triple line, put Harrison into the backfield. Yep. They got him out of that backed up. We need a new microphone here. They got him out of the end zone, and then they went back to their spread offense, and Murray has just been terrific, and the offensive line has been great with him.
So it's 3rd and 3. It's going to be a 30-yard field goal attempt. The holder is Hawkwater. The long snapper is Matt Harvey. The kicker is junior Anthony Salviati.
Defensive timeout.
To try to ice him. Wow. So, again, that offensive line, the tight end's in there as well. Dane, number 40, came off the bench to play some tight end. That's William Brewer. But Leonardo, Pereira, the center, Miranda, Straminski, the right guard, the right tackle, Harrison, who, don't forget, on the great interception by Keith Strong, who looked like he was going to run it back 53 yards for a touchdown, was caught from behind by Attleboro's right offensive tackle, Alvin Harrison.
It was just a great play, and it was, you talk about a game-saving play. You know, as kids, you always dream about making the game-saving play for your team. Alvin doesn't have to dream anymore.
Yeah.
And Salviati's got the leg for this.
Yep.
I assume he'll get frozen again because Durfee does have one more timeout.
So we have the JV quarterback, Harvey, snapping to the backup quarterback, Hawkwater.
Yes.
And the junior wide receiver cornerback, Salviati, from a soccer family, will try the kick. It is good! The kick is good! The Bombardiers win! The Bombardiers win!
Oh, my goodness gracious. What a ball game. 69-yard drive on the ground with the 10-yard penalty against you. They drove it 79 yards on the ground, and then they kicked the 30-yard field goal to win it, and I can't complain anymore today.
Exactly right.
What a way to win a ball game. My goodness, what a way to start a year.
And Chris Leonardo, while all of his teammates were celebrating in an incredibly choppy game. Chris Leonardo was shaking hands and helping up Durfee players.
Well, it's a great win.
Yep.
And I'm glad Chris is a classy kid.
Yep.
And that was just to see a team just make so many mistakes in those two middle quarters. And then to come back and when they had to.
Yeah.
That drive took 7 minutes.
Yeah, it was
99 yards, actually six.
Well, no.
How far did they get?
They got the ball back with 1:19 to go after the Caden Murray interception.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well,
they drove from their own 1 yard line, and it took them just over almost 5 minutes to get from their own 1 to their own 16. Then came the interception.
Well, Blake knew exactly what he was doing
Yes.
when he threw the 36-yard interception.
It was like a punt.
It was a good punt. It turned it over, and we had it all the way.
Exactly, because Durfee took over at their own 48, had -2 on their first down run, a mad scramble and an incompletion on second down, and then on 3rd and 12, they threw it to the right flat just as the ball hit the receiver's hands. Murray hit the receiver. The ball popped up in the air, and Murray made
went
the catch.
down. Murray, I think he was on his knees, on his belly when he caught it.
Yes, exactly. That's Sandy. She's the Salviati's grandmother and a listener to my show, pontificating with Paul and the proletariat.
What a
Wow.
win. What a wonderful win.
You know, before the game, Mike Strachan said to me, watch out for Salviati today.
What a great win.
He didn't mention Salviati's place kicking. We're going to, well, actually, for our TV side of the audience, I can tell by the crew behind me, we've got to get out of here. The Bombardiers come back with a 10-7 victory. Michael, very quickly, some stats.
Well, as far as the stats go, Caden Murray's 20 carries for 105 yards. That was the big one. Loico only had the 1 carry. Salviato had 3. And Blake Nazaro had 3.
Yep.
The passing, he threw the ball beautifully. You know, it's one of those situations where sometimes the statistics don't show how well you throw the ball. And Gazzaro threw the ball very well.
Yeah.
But he only had the 3 completions, and then he had those 2 interceptions, which led to the magnificent chase down tackle by Alvin Harrison. Then the magnificent goal line stand, and the kids showed guts and poise.
Yes.
And really, that's just it's a season maker.
Yes.
Just to get yourself off on the right foot. Who we got next week?
Hold on right here. Bishop Fian, at Bishop Fian.
We're going to be there, right?
Yes, we are.
Thank goodness.
On Friday night.
Outstanding.
So the Bombardiers on a 30-yard field goal from Anthony Salviati after Caden Murray in the fourth quarter had 12 of the last 13 Attleboro carries, had the big interception to get the ball back. The Bombardiers with a 10-7 win. I'm Paul Healy along with Michael Healy. James Friedman's been our cameraman. Peter Bray on graphics. Jim Jones, our engineer in charge. Thank you so much for joining us.
Boy, oh boy, what a ball game.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
They had more 15-yard penalties in that game than we had at Westboro in any season. When you played or I played, it just didn't happen. But once again, the rules allow for it. And nobody wants to talk about it, but
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over